So many guys are trying to find the ideal partner, and when they do meet women, when they go and date, they aren't sure if that woman in front of them is the one. They don't know if this person is someone they should commit to, and they go through this process, and eventually they find no one. They're struggling. They find flaws in everyone they meet. No one really ticks their boxes. If this is you and you don't know what to do, you don't know why all the women you're dating aren't the one for you and why you can't even meet women in the first place, if this is you, make sure you keep watching. So, you've gone on dates, you've met different women, they're good, you like them, but there's equally, there's so many things wrong with them. They don't really align with who you want to be. You don't know what you want really. And the women in front of you aren't just meeting that criteria that you think you need. You're confused. What do you do? And what I found with a lot of my clients is you go on all these dates, you have this criteria, and the truth is, some of the women will help you grow. These women might be perfect, but you're so focused on little things, little boxes that you've got in your head, that you're not really seeing the person in front of you. And subconsciously, some of you are even scared of commitment. Some of you don't want to commit at all. You may be looking for that future partner you want to get married to, but equally deep down you have a deep sense of fear, a deep fear of rejection, a deep fear that the person in front of you will eventually see who you are, all your flaws, and you will be scared that that person will then reject you. You're scared of commitment. Maybe you've had failed relationships in the past. Maybe you've seen your parents' relationship fail and you don't want to go down that same path. So you've got all these list of things that you think will help avoid that rejection, avoid that marriage failure in the future. But the truth is, all of these things that you've got in your head is stopping you from actually meeting and being present and being one with the people, with the women that you meet in front of you. What I mean by this is, you go on date, you meet different women, and you instantly see a flaw, and then you focus on that flaw. You're like, this person ticks all these boxes, but equally they're this person, and I don't think I can go out with this person. I don't think I can vibe with this person. I don't think this person will understand me. And the truth is, often you have to go on several dates with the same person to see if they're committed to you, and equally if you're ready to commit to that person. Because truthfully speaking, a lot of you will go on dates, you'll go on 5-6 dates, you'll be like, yeah, I've been on 6 dates, that person is the one, and you'll stop. But the truth is that person that you're going on a date with willing to understand you? Are they willing to compromise? Are they willing to see your side of the story? And equally, are you willing to see their side of the story? Because often the people you attract are a reflection of you. And before you go out there and date with different women, what you should start doing is reflecting on yourself and looking in the mirror yourself and seeing your flaws, and really building that awareness around what your flaws are. Are you stubborn? Are you also insecure? Are you always looking for perfection? And if that's you, the question then is, and most likely it is, are you reflecting that perfectionism, that insecurity onto the person in front of you? Are you looking at their flaws and saying, that person's this, that person's this, so they aren't the one for me? But the truth is, all you're doing is be really trying to find the person's flaws, because you're deep down insecure yourself. Deep down, you don't feel perfect within yourself, and therefore you're not even ready for a relationship. Have you even thought about that? So if this is you, if you're struggling to commit, if you're struggling with the fear of rejection, then what you should do next is essentially go on a series of dates. But when you find someone who ticks most of your boxes, when you find someone who maybe aligns with some of your values, someone who takes interest in yourself, who tries to empathize with you, when you find maybe someone who ticks most of those boxes, commit to that person. You don't have to tell them it's, you're going out and you're being exclusive, but commit to that person for several weeks. Really test the waters, really find out who that person is, dive really deep. But equally going through that process, work on yourself as well. Ask the question of whether you're really trying hard to find flaws in this person, really asking if this person is actually quite cool. Maybe there are really a lot of positives and you're only focusing on your flaws. Maybe that perfect person that you really envision in your head doesn't exist, but there's this different person who might not be perfect, but they seem to fit every other box, and they really like you. You really like them. There's something within yourself, a gut feeling that is telling you to commit. If that gut feeling is telling you to commit, you have to commit. And I know some of you are thinking, how can I commit just on gut feelings? But I'm not telling you to commit forever. What I'm telling you to do is commit for longer than you expect. What I mean by that is commit longer than you would normally commit to someone. Go for an extended period of time. Go for 3 to 4 months. And make sure you tell that person as well that you're not ready to go fully exclusive. Maybe tell them that you want to commit, but you just want to find out who that person is. Deep down, you want to really see that person, who they are, and really see if they're the right match. But you have to commit. You have to make that decision within you, a conscious decision to commit. Because if you don't make that conscious decision, you're always going to find a flaw. No one will ever be perfect. And of course, when we really dive deeper into it, there are other things like I mentioned, like your past view on relationships. Maybe you were rejected in the past. Maybe you had a breakup in the past that's tainted your vision, tainted your assumptions about what you should need and what you shouldn't want. Maybe you've seen your parents' relationship fail, or maybe you've seen parts of your parents' relationship that you don't like. All these things, whether you like it or not, whether you think they do or not, have an effect on you. They change your perception of what a relationship should be. And hence, it's really important to really build self-awareness around your own perception of a relationship, your own view on a relationship, and really understand what is it that you see a good relationship being, and how are you not really aligning to that right now. So, for example, if you think a perfect relationship should involve communication, should involve both parties compromising, the question you should ask is, when you go on these dates, when you meet these women, are you trying to meet those values? Are you trying to understand the person in front of you and communicate with them? Are you trying to align with their values and understand their values and see if there's a link there? Are you trying to really empathize with the person in front of you, and rather than focus on their flaws, empathize with the good bits and see actually maybe there's more to them than their looks? Maybe they have other characteristics that you may have not thought of, but actually they complement your lifestyle and what you want. Because right now, out there's so much information about what a good relationship should be and what it shouldn't be. And a lot of the people talking about the relationships, they don't commit themselves. They have views on relationship that, men shouldn't commit, men should wait until they're 35. And yes, there are truth to those principles, but equally, a lot of them have fear of committing. A lot of them aren't even putting themselves out there to meet the women of their dreams. They're communicating in such a way and talking about women in such a way that they meet women who are not aligned to them. And that's the truth. But equally, if you change your perception and you put yourself in environments where you meet different types of women, then you might actually meet someone who aligns with you. So I've waffled a lot there. But essentially, how are you sabotaging yourself? How are you sabotaging the relationships you're going on, or the dates you're going on? How are you sabotaging all of this? Because often life is a reflection of you, whether you like it or not. The people that you meet are a reflection of who you are, and the people you commit to often are a reflection of your own choices, your own lifestyle. And if you're not happy about it, you have to take responsibility. And often the easiest way to take responsibility is look within yourself and ask yourself, what can I change? What view or perception can I change that's actually holding me back from meeting that ideal partner? And it's difficult because you have to look in the mirror, you have to look at your flaws, and truthfully, it doesn't matter how conscious you think you are, how much spiritual books you read, how much self-development books you read, however logical you are. I guarantee you, everyone, there's a part of them that is really stubborn. They don't want to look at themselves. They don't want to find the flaws within themselves. I've been there. I still am. I'm still learning. It's an ongoing process. But the more you look within, the more you're able to overcome those obstacles or those flaws within you, or those parts of yourself that actually are holding you back. The more you're able to look at them and change that, the more you're able to step forward and meet your ideal woman, or just people around you who really align with who you want to be at your core. If this video has interested you, keep watching, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. And I will go more into depth about this. If there's any specific questions, post them down below. Take care, guys, and subscribe, like, comment.